to our most recent winner in Formula One. Lando, how were the celebrations on Sunday night? I believe you went to the Prince's Ball. What happened there?
I mean, it's a lovely dinner. We had a nice dinner. Obviously, was sat on the big table, and I mean, it felt great. Obviously, because it's an honor to be there because you only get to really go. I mean, as a driver, if you win, so it's kind of a good thought. But you just get to chat and chat with their highnesses and have a nice time. So a nice dinner. All in the moment of celebrating the weekend, celebrating the win, have a little chat, and that's all. Some nice food.
How does a win at Monaco, now that you've had a few days to reflect on it, how does it compare to your previous wins in Formula One?
I mean, it's special for different reasons. It's was it probably the hardest fought race? Probably not, but I think that's Monaco. But is it the one that means the most? Is it the one that kind of has the most pressure on a Saturday? Is it the one that everyone wants to win? Then yes. And it's more just the meaning behind it, the history behind the week itself, the racetrack, the people who have won there in the past, just the prestigiousness of where it is and what kind of event it is. So is it the one that I'm probably most proud of? I would say so. And it's one that I will remember for forever. So I think it's everything everyone talks it out to be, and more, because it's something that you're proud to say, and it's not just any win in Formula One. It's the one. So pretty cool.
You seemed very calm all weekend. Calm after taking pole. Calm after the victory. Is that how you felt?
In the car, no. Especially in qualifying, I don't think I feel anything close to calm. I mean, the qualifying in Monaco is the best laps of the year. I think it's the best in Formula One. It's or just probably in motorsport, I would say. It's the one that brings you the most excitement, the most fear, the most uncomfortableness, and at the same time, when you cross the line, the one that brings you the biggest smile. So I think it's a Saturday perfect. Obviously, the Sunday, it's not always known to be the best race of the season, but it's still a great race and for many different reasons. So yeah.
Okay, look, to bring it onto this weekend quickly, are you concerned about the TD and how it might impact the car, the MCL 39?
No, not at all.
Not at all. What has the team told you about setting up the car? Do you think will the aero balance shift and make it harder to drive?
I mean, like Carlos said, there's little tweaks here and there, but nothing that will change how we have to do anything.
Okay, good luck to you. Thank you very much for that, Ollie. Let's.
David Croft, Sky Sports F1. Lando, congratulations last weekend. Question to you, mate. We're a third of the way through the season now, and assuming you've had time after the recovery from Sunday night to take stock of the third of the season, which bits do you think you've got right this year, and where do you think there's more improvement from you to come?
Honestly, I think it's pretty obvious. I think it's fairly simple. I think I've made it clear on where my struggles have been. The things I found a little bit more difficult, especially this season comparing to previous ones. But to pretty simply, the Saturdays have been the ones. It's just had a lot more ups and downs. My Sundays, probably 95% of the races this season I've been pretty happy with. Of course, there's still some races that have not gone perfectly well, and if I look back on Miami and things like that, then if I could redo things, of course, I would do some things differently. But some things just go the way they do, and my Sundays I've been very happy with this season. Barely have had to speak to the team about them. I'm always very confident going into Sundays, and have been this whole season. So. It's tweaking little things, and that is more just the position that I start the race. So that's been the biggest thing. But Again, like I said before, Monaco is the area I've been working on the most. It's the one I'm putting the most time and effort into, because it's the one that allows me to win races or not.
Thank you for that.
When you said you were working on the performance at qualifying, can you give us an insight how you do that?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Good for everyone, for all three of you. Going back to Monaco, I don't think many fans or drivers were happy with people driving 5 seconds off the pace. It could be called unsportsmanlike behaviour. Do you agree with that? And is there any way the FIA could control it next year by monitoring lap times and data live and stopping people doing it? And secondly, what did you think of George's move when he got frustrated? He drove across the chicane, basically so he could have a clear track and have fun doing some fast laps. Would you have done the same if you'd been in his situation?
Lando, let's bring you in on this.
It depends. I mean, Monaco's never been a race that's been good on Sunday. Never has. Yet it's the race everyone wants to win. It's the one everyone looks forward to the most every single season. It's always been like that. Even some of the best races that you've ever seen, 0 overtakes. So I'm more mixed on my opinions on whether it should change that much. I don't think you're ever going to get it to be a great race. The good races have been the ones where it's a bit derailed halfway through and things like that. But it's never been. I'm not saying it can never be. I'm just saying it never has been. Yet everyone still knows it as just the best race of the season. I think there are things that can be done, but it's just more from a car point of view. But it's also a track. It's a street circuit. Overtaking on most street circuits is a bit trickier unless it's got a 2 kilometer straight like Baku. Monaco's not even only just reaches past 2 kilometers in length. So I'm more mixed, just because I don't think it's ever been. I think it puts more pressure on Saturdays. I think maybe you should make a better and a more special event of a Saturday. 1 lap shootouts, a more exciting Saturday rather than I just don't think you can do a lot on Sunday. The 2-stop didn't really make it that much better. In fact, it probably made more things happen from a team and a strategy point of view, like we saw some teams do. But every team would have thought of that. If they didn't, then they should have done. So, just my opinion. I don't think it needs to change that much. I'm pretty happy. And from George's point, George can do what he wants.
Lando, do you think Monaco would work as a sprint event? 2 qualifying sessions?
No. I think again it's special just having a race on Sunday. There's still these opportunities. Still things can happen. Maybe not always for the win, but still for second places, third places, things can happen. For points, things can happen. Sometimes you got to take a bit of risk, and sometimes there's luck involved. But like I said, I think if you want to make a bigger event out of it, make it a more qualifying based event. I don't think you can really change the race apart from if you make the cars half the size of what they are now. So I just my opinion, I don't think it needs to change that much. It's never been anything else than what it has been now. So I think people should just be happy with what it is.
Okay, thank you for that.
Question for Lando. You were talking before about your ups and downs on Saturday. Do you feel like getting pole position on a tricky track like Monaco with a tricky car like yours could help you boost your confidence in qualifying?
I said, probably in every interview I did there, that it did. I was happier with my pole on Saturday than I was with my win on Sunday because, everyone knows Saturday is the day you got to show up and do your job. But of course, in the most tricky track of the season, in the one under the most pressure, the most tense, the thing where the session where the most stuff can go wrong. The biggest consequences was probably my best qualifying performance of the whole season. So I definitely think it gave me a boost. But it's not like I come into here like feeling better than ever. There's still plenty of things that I'm working on. There's still plenty of things I know I need to do better on and try and improve. But that's going to be that's not just a 1 week thing or a 2 week thing. it takes time, and I'm patient with that at the minute. I'm trying to work as quickly as I can, but yeah, sometimes it's a longer process and a difficult process. But that's what it is sometimes when you're against the best guys in the world. So I don't expect different, but yeah, just a lot of good things came out of Monaco. So that's a nice thing.
Okay, thank you for that.
Question for Lando at the back here. Lando, if you win here this weekend, you're obviously back in charge of the championship. How important is it for you to take back that title initiative? And in terms of actually going for the championship yourself, is it just between you and Oscar now, or is Max still in there?
I think you ask me this question every week. It's the same answer. So, like I say always, it's a great feeling to be in the lead of the championship and to have more points than everyone. But again, it's not something I look at. It's not something that changes anything I do day to day. It doesn't change how hard I work or what I try to achieve. I just try and win this weekend, and I'll try and win in Montreal, and I'll try and win in Austria. It's got nothing to do with what position I am. And no, I think mathematically, there's still probably the whole grid can win the championship at the minute. So if you think it's just out of me and Oscar, then I think you're a bit silly. I think there's plenty of opportunities. Max can still win. I think Ferrari, they're Ferrari. I expect them to get better through the season. But I mean, yeah, come on. It's we're racing Max every weekend. He's been on the podium several times. He's won races. He beat us in Imola, fair and square, because he was quicker. So I don't know why. What possibly makes you think that it's only out of me and Oscar?